My name is Serah Njoroge, serving as the 23rd President of the Rotary Club of Langata up until the end of June 2025. I accepted the role to run as President because I wanted to grow in leadership, but also because I'm a firm believer in what Rotary does. As my year comes to an end, really, I must say it's a little bit of a relief, but also a lot of excitement, looking back at the year and seeing what we've done together with my board. So we had a very fortunate time to serve during a magical year because this is the year that Rotary gets to 100 years in Africa. Our club has a 3-year running strategy, which has 4 main areas, but we selected 3 of them. So it has expanding our reach, and then we focused more on the other 3 areas, which was really member engagement, it was our giving, and it also pertained to service projects and doing so with impact. And for us, that has been through Family of Rotary, really coming up with very innovative things like the Fun Fest that we recently had, which brought together our families and were able to have a great time and bond. It's also been in something simple like the Munch and Mingle. And this is just kind of an informal cocktail where people come together, bond a little earlier than the meeting, such by the time the meeting comes, they have already been able to relax. That, as well as our crews. Every quarter we would allow people to meet at the crew level just for them to be able to bond a little bit more. We are primarily a DLP club, but in this year we have tried to do a few other projects. So we've done projects in WASH, we've done projects that are really more concerned with going back and doing an M&E on our older projects, and being able to come with projects like Ole Mayana, where we were able to go back and do an M&E. But beyond that, we've also done a big impact around tree planting, which we've seen the goal of planting 15,000 trees in these Rotary years. So that has been phenomenal. Then the last area of giving, I think we all saw what happened in Mombasa. We scooped all the prizes for giving to the TRF, for PHFs. So people have really gone out and given to the Rotary Foundation, which is really the core for us to be able to do our projects. But even within the club, there's been a major effort at fundraising. We had a target of 6.2 million as our fundraising target, and that goes beyond our PHFs and our giving to the trust fund. We've been able to do so through events, signature events like the golf that we do, and the Love Zone that happens every year. So those have been our 2 key events for fundraising. Beyond that, we've called upon our own members to be able to give money specific to projects. But we've also done very successful fundraisings within the club through raffles driven by Kevin Ngeno, who's done an amazing job of doing that, and those have been great. We also have tapped into our partners, and some of our partners have included Safaricom, who are funding our DLP projects. We have great organizations that have partnered with us many years, like the Vito Foundation. We have alumni of schools that we are working with, like Nairobi South School, who have also funded our projects for DLP. We also have club-to-club grants that we have received, like the Rotary Club of Pleasanton that has given us around 1.3 million. And I think we've been very successful around that this year. In this year, one of the things that particularly touched me was giving polio vaccination to a baby. For me, that was amazing because it really speaks to what Rotary does in terms of the impact and life we make around lives. Within our club, we had 2 WASH projects that really also were impressive to me. One was Kamboi Girls, where we were able to take an ablution block to the children in Kamboi. We had a drive all the way to Maralal. And again, that was life-changing to be able to make a difference for the children in the Maralal school.
Hii mradi ya maji ambayo imelifanywa na watu ya Rotary Club of Langata na Rotary Club of Thika Road itaenda mbali kusaidia wanafunzi 2407 na itapunguza muda ya kwenda kuchota maji na wataelekeza nguvu zao kusoma.
Another great highlight in that year was the comeback of our scholarship program. So the endowment fund was able to again start taking on education scholarships for children in high school. And in this year, we took 5 children, again together in partnership with William Grant. In addition to that, under our vocational group is we have mentorship that happens in high schools. And this year, the big difference has been that now the vocational team has actually come together and put together a mentorship guide that will really help to guide how we mentor children going forward, which comes to be more than just giving a check. We are walking the life with these children, and for me, that's really a big impact that we will be able to make. There were challenges, of course, and some of the challenges, really it's about work-life balance. So there was the idea of balancing my very young family, balancing my work life, and then balancing the largest club in the district. And trust me, it can stretch you. But in that stretching, I think I've learned and I have grown. I've also loved serving, and most importantly, it's just the joy of seeing the impact that we are doing alongside each one of us. I want to point out one person on my board, and that is my secretary, Quinta, who has been amazing. I call her, she's the chief of staff, and she's done an amazing job. For that, we really, really appreciate what has been done. One of the things we set out to do around engagement was just not to engage within, but also to engage with our current partners and stakeholders. And we've tried to build a great collaboration, especially with the youth. And this has been done especially with our Langata partners, where we've partnered with them on their signature project. That's the deepened project, where we've been able to do 2 projects with them this year: deliver wash, but also deliver beds for the children in that school. We've also worked closely in terms of mentoring and keeping alive the young spirit of Rotary, and that has really been through our interact clubs, like the Shofko Kibera Club, where we really have a vibrant and active club that's been happening. Alongside that, we are partnering with other Rotary clubs to mentor them through what it takes to do a grant. And that's through like the Rotary Club of Nairobi Central, where they are now our partners on GG3. So in terms of communication and PR, the team has really put a big effort around that. And usually we want to communicate with our internal stakeholders, but we also want to communicate with external stakeholders. Internally, we've been able to send out monthly newsletters, quarterly financial statements, but also we've made great effort to be able to reach out to our external stakeholders by telling our story. And this has been what we've put out on our website that has been updated. It's been what we've put out in the media houses. And it's not a surprise that then our PR team was able to scoop the district award for the best PR club in the district. So there's been great effort to reach out on what we are doing and telling our story. In this year, our governance and ethics structure has really been put to test. So all around, just trying to ensure that our governance and ethics guidance for this club is very strong. And again, I always say we are a club that even the district looks for up to in terms of our governance and ethics. I am really, really from deep inside grateful to my board, because without my board and chairs, we certainly would not have been in a position to deliver. They have showed up and they have done what needed to be done. I also want to appreciate the members of my club, because without you, we would not have been able to achieve what we've achieved. To President Eric, I have all the confidence that we are handing over this club to great leadership in you and your board, and really look forward to what you have in plan for us in the year 2025-2026. Enjoy the ride, collaborate, and lean in to the teams that need to support you. The legacy is built brick by brick and by many different people. So we wish you the best, and we look forward to supporting you. To the members of the great Rotary Club of Langata, what I would want to say is a big thank you from the bottom of my heart, and a big thank you from my board and chairs. We step aside with pride, not pride in what we have done, but pride in what our club is becoming. So for that, we can only say, keep showing up, keep giving of yourself, and always remember the privilege that we have for being Rotarians.